This return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in the state of Georgia. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old jerk. You really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On the return, here's Agnew. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now motion left with Moody. Here's Penix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Looking now for Beatz, but intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because his feeling was good, solid performance, did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely would like to see some improvement in this week's game.
They always want improvement, don't they?
They certainly do. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter, already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder? and get back out there against an electrified defense.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone. So that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To the air, Beatz. Short throw caught by Pitts. And it's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's good for 19 and a 1st down. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead. Who able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Laser out of space.
Here's Pacheco once again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. We haven't seen much from him running the football here this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on. When you got multiple defenders in the area, then it winds up incomplete.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. That went out wide and intercepted. There's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look at repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chiefs have regained the lead. Mahomes will throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. That's to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll set up a throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Penix working out of the gun here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. They'll set up to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in his 1st half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath for those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, 32 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw with Beatz.
short of the sticks.
Sway G takes off.
Now Mahomes looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the shotgun, it's Penix. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying
Sway G takes off.
leading receiver. Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is? It could be for the game the way that things are going right now. I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got room to roam. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down.
Sway G takes off.
Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. They'll run this one right with Robinson. Shed it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Mahomes going to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. But talk about a great call on special teams. A gutsy call. They fake the extra point. They'll wind up getting 2 for the price of 1. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Sway G takes off.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Penix. His throw incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. And now here's another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Joshua Williams with a pick, and the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Looking to throw, Penix. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
And looking to throw, Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts. That's caught inside the 20. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again, Penix. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To the air, Penix. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Into the hands of London. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Now the throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Right there, the fake worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man. A perfect fake field goal. Love it.
And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. They'll let Robinson try and run, but he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really, it's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta, 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now motion left with Moody. They'll throw with Penix. And he's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown tonight. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here come the Falcons now as they will again line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They'll try the jet sweep with Harrison. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. This could require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now on 4th down, Honors, the punt team sending this one away. Agnew now to return. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Operating from the gun, Penix. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes. And that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
But that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week. Saw how
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. They'll try and throw for it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion.
possession as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now back to throw.
Sway G takes off.
Short throw caught by Beatz. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Penix working out of the gun here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This pass is caught by London. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London, 37 yards. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball to put on him, 2 points for them.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried.
And now here's another interception. Inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far. That's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores, open up a pretty sizable lead.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work
work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Sway G takes off.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb from a yard out. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th-quarter deficit. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And now here's another interception. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Penix. And caught by London. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Penix. 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And my goodness, another interception. That's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead. And now here's another interception. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
That's going to be caught by Harrison. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it, but yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A play fake. Now Penix. Got a man, it's London. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Drake London with his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are pouring
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
He's got it at the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., 72 yards. And the Chiefs are able to claw one back. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
Sway G takes off.
And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. To the air. Minutes. And it's still incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They'll throw with Beatz. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Beckham. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. Guys will head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Sway G takes off.
Continues for his quarterback, right down with the game already decided. This against insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns. Now don't throw in a drive in the final quarter.
And my goodness, another interception. Now look out. And a great return as he
message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for him today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to let that feel hang. And now here's another interception. Now he's free at the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And looking to throw, Penix. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as he'll go for two here.
Sway G takes off.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is caught, so they do get the two. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. This ball down the field for Pitts. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this week.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously your training camp, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense. A complete team victory.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gordon. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Sway G takes off. Sway G takes all. Sway G takes all. Sway G takes all. takes all. Sway G takes all.